how excited you are to have the Pac-12 back here at Hayward Field. We'll start there and take a few questions.
It's super exciting to have Pac-12s this year here. I think originally it wasn't supposed to be here this year, but we jumped on the opportunity right when we could just because everyone is super excited to get to show everyone the stadium and just get everyone in the Pac-12 out here for the first time for a good old meet again. So.
Reed, you guys have a long team winning streak at this meet. What's it going to take to turn 14 into 15?
Pretty much since I've been here, we've never lost, so we're definitely not trying to do that this year, but everyone's just going to have to kind of step up and have a great performance in their respected event. Some people are even going to have to double or try events they haven't tried in a while. It's going to be a pretty close meet this year, but I think everyone's looking forward to taking on all the extra tasks and getting at it this weekend.
Is this something that you guys talk about at all? Is there any pressure that comes with having a streak that's so long?
There's always definitely pressure. The target's on our back. Everyone's trying to take us down. Even teams, like we hear stuff outside that people do want to take us down just because we're Oregon. You always got that pressure to keep the ball rolling, but we've got the momentum right now, having 14 behind us and going after that 15th, and no one here wants to lose, so I think everyone's ready to handle that pressure.
How does it feel to be in the elite of the times in the 1500 of the heroes here of Oregon distance runners? Have you grasped that feeling of what it's like?
It's been a really good feeling this year. After having the past couple years being behind some of the great athletes like Cooper, Cole, Charlie, watching some other guys like my freshman year, Josh Kerr, like all those guys grow up through the NCAA, like being on top this year, it's a really good feeling, and it's kind of a strange feeling. This is probably the least I've run in a long time, battling some injuries this year, but it's the fastest I've run. I think just coming off the indoor season and having that confidence from some good races and a good finish at NCAAs, it's just helped me through this season, knowing what I can do, and just got to stay up there and make sure I place well. So.
Are you 100% now? You're close?
Close. So.
What about Texas? Just what made you come here? A lot of opportunities, I'm sure, everywhere.
Yeah, just the historic prowess behind Oregon and distance running in general just was a huge draw for me. I looked at a couple other schools, but honestly probably didn't really consider them that much. I kind of knew if I could any chance get into Oregon, I think I knew I was coming here like right off the bat. So
the facilities have much of it, or was it just the tradition and the more?
The facilities. I love the facilities getting in here. Getting to run in Old Hayward was that's awesome feeling. Like just the crowd out there, the atmosphere was amazing. But I think mainly the team tradition and just like the friends I had coming in, like Cooper coming in with me. I think all that sold me to come here.
Reed, have you been out on the track yet when the big screen's been working?
I think I've been out a couple times when they've been testing it. It's a spectacle to behold. It can almost get a little distracting sometimes, which I think is a good thing because we'll be used to it, and other people will just kind of be like in awe of it. It's pretty cool. I can't wait to be in a race and be able to just see everything that's going on around me, and I'm excited for it to get its final reveal.
I think it's gonna be startling at all when somebody comes around the corner and has maybe a life-size version of themselves staring right back at them.
Yeah, I think it definitely will be startling a little bit, and you can also see the whole race behind you. You can see that person probably even bigger coming up behind you. You're like, oh no, I gotta really start moving. But I think it's gonna be really cool. I can't wait.
Is there Reed? Is it useful? Do you practice? Can you think about how can I use the screen in this race, especially something long?
Yeah, no, that's something I've utilized throughout my whole career. I love watching the race play on the screen. It's just, say you're in the front, you have no clue usually what's going on behind you or like where people are in the race. And so, say someone that's supposed to win is like towards the back of the pack and you're in the front, you can use that to your advantage. Like, if I go now, it's going to take them a lot more time to catch up, stuff like that. So I kind of use that into my tactics a little bit. I wouldn't say I rely on it, but it's nice to have out there.
And then the flip side is you can get too focused on it, right?
Yeah, definitely. You can almost get too distracted by it if you're not paying attention too much on what's going on around you too. That's not the only thing that's going on in the race is what I saw on the TV. So,
if you had to pick one race in your collegiate career here, that was your top highlight? Which, indoor or outdoor, which would be it?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Or a couple, maybe.
I would say the indoor DMR championship was my highlight. That was the first time me and Cooper had won a championship together and individually also, and so that was a really cool moment to share that with him. Since we came in with a lot of huge goals on our back, and just finally seeing those come in the picture was super awesome and a great feeling.
How about individually, just a race for yourself?
I honestly think that last race at Oregon Relays, my 1500 was, or the 354 mile indoors. I think that's the first time I kind of actually showed what I was capable of and where I should have been in my college career. And leaving it a little late, but that kind of turned the page for me and allowed me to just start getting a little confidence and running a little quicker.
You mentioned the excitement of showing this place off. What's the team feel maybe here now that we're getting close to the day? Race day? No,
the team's a little antsy. They're ready to go. Everyone's kind of settling down. All their big workouts are done. Everyone's getting ready, prepping for their races. No, it's been really awesome. Everyone's in a great mood. Weather's been good the past couple days, so everyone's loving that. And yeah, I think the team's ready.
I was going to change the topic about the weather because it is going to change, but maybe that's an advantage for you who have done a couple meets that have been a little rainy.
Yeah, definitely. Just kind of shows like the fight in the dog. Like we're used to the rain. Some people that might not have rain all year come up here and it's raining and they're just like, oh, it's raining. Like I'm not going to run as well as I usually do. Or that just kind of gets in their head that little bit enough to kind of give us an advantage in performance-wise. Like, oh, we've been doing this all year. Like little rain ain't going to hurt us. So.
Yeah, last time we talked, you talked about having a movie night on that big screen. Mm-hmm. Have you guys been able to watch Cars yet on the big screen?
We have not. We were waiting maybe until next weekend because they're waiting to unveil the screen for this race, so we were going to have to plan it for after the unveiling. But yeah, we're trying to get that set up, so that'd be really cool.
A little bit more about your background. I don't hear any Texas accent on you. Did you grow up in Texas, or was that just the parents? I don't know. Maybe everybody doesn't have a Texas accent.
Yeah, I did grow up in Texas. Pretty much the only accent thing I have is I say y'all. Other than that, I wouldn't say I grew up in like deep Texas. I was in more of like suburbs over in Dallas area. I would say accents more in like Lubbock or like the country area. So yeah, I don't think I got too much accent out of Texas.
Coach Johnson said he was talking about you competing in multiple events. Can you remind us what those were?
Yeah, so I think I'm in maybe I'm in the 15 and maybe the 5K. Usually we just throw that on the end just to see if we can snag some points or kind of use it as a workout. So those would be the two events.
Do you anticipate you're going to go into that 5K needing the points?
Yeah, you kind of just go in expecting like you're going to have to give your full effort. And then once you get to that point, you kind of that's the last race. Right. So you kind of know by then like what you actually need. So I don't know. Yeah. So,
no, I'm saying, do you think you're going to have... Do you think it's going to come down to that?
I don't know. We haven't had Pac-12s like that yet, so it will be interesting to see if something like that does happen this year, if it's a lot closer. So hopefully not, but we'll see.
Yes, what do you do between the 15 and the 5 then? I mean, that's a pretty big end of the meet race. What do you do between them? Like, how do you get yourself ready?
Honestly, I usually finish the 15 and then I just go and lay down until the 5K and get ready, maybe like jog a little bit before it, but it's just kind of mentally preparing yourself for another tough race, especially for me. 5K I wouldn't say is my strong point over the years, but yeah, you just kind of either you're kind of feeling good off of a great race after the 15 and you're ready to roll, or not so hot after the 15 and you're just like, oh gosh, here we go again. But